Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have recently been announced, they are not releasing this week, and as always I do not do limited game stuff since they are always covered in Monday's video and there's no point repeating myself. RuneScape Dragonwilds is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5 and Xbox on October the 26th, in both a standard edition as well as a deluxe edition. Set in the same universe as the legendary MMO, this is an open world survival game. It's been in early access on PC for like a year now, mostly to really good reviews, and it's coming to a full release this year. A lot of people are very excited about it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate Legendary Edition is releasing on Nintendo Switch 2 on October 27th on a proper cartridge, which is nice. This released on the original Switch last year, but this Switch 2 release, which will not play on the original Switch as far as we know, this will include all the updates and character DLCs so far, which is nice, of course. This game is basically the Turtles playing like Hades, which is hard to go wrong with, and reviews are pretty good for it. A good Turtles game all round, and another proper Switch 2 cartridge to add to the library, and if you want it, or any of the games featured in this video, then please consider using the links down below in the description and pinned comment. I have linked to various places where applicable, and any purchase made via any of those links helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Demon's Night Fever is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. Now, Red Art Games first announced this for Europe, and then like yesterday, PM Studios announced it for North America too. While North America will be a standard retail release, Red Art Games have an exclusive deluxe edition on their website, which comes with a nice cover sleeve and soundtrack CD. The game itself kind of looks like Disgaea if it had a baby with Persona, which is kind of like Persona Tactica, but whatever, it looks pretty good, a lot of people are excited about it. Elementallis is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5, seemingly exclusively in Europe because it's Tesura Games. This is a top-down style Zelda game, very much taking inspiration from that series, maybe enough to make some look down on it as well, but reviews are really good. I think a lot of people miss proper Zelda dungeons, and this will be scratching that itch nicely. Because it's Tesura Games, it's also coming in a rather nice collector's edition sometime near the end of the year. Hello Kitty Island Adventure Friendship Bundle is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch 2, and as you may have guessed from the name, it is a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, meaning it will play on the original Switch as well, and it's a proper cartridge. This has the base game plus both of its DLC expansions, Wheat Flower Wonderland and City Town, which is apparently a megaton of extra content. This Switch 2 edition also includes better performance and visuals, camera play and mouse support, and I heard this was rather good all things considered. It's already out physically on the original Switch, but if you're looking for another Switch 2 cartridge to add to your library, and you want something cozy, simple, fun, maybe look into this one. Starsand Island. Well, this has already been announced. I talked about its Asian release on Nintendo Switch 2 and PS5 already. That's coming out pretty soon, but just a few days ago, it was finally announced for a Western release, so if you pre-ordered the Asian one, maybe you'll want to change your order. Although, this Western one, ironically called the Day 1 edition, is coming later, on November the 12th, just in time for those summer vibes in the Southern Hemisphere. A cozy life sim that's garnered a lot of positivity about it. If you like Harvest Moon, you'll probably want to keep an eye on this, a Switch 2 proper physical cartridge and, well, a PlayStation 5 disc. The Nightmare Box Volume 3. This is a European exclusive PS5 title that's coming out October 15th. Seasonally thematic, it is a triple pack of supposedly unsettling horror games. It contains No Skin, Menace from the Deep, and Stasis. Quite varied games, all things considered, and each one is very positively reviewed on Steam, especially No Skin. Planet Zoo 2 Electric Boogaloo is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5 and Xbox October the 20th. Developed by Frontier, who seem to have the monopoly on these kind of games, they're at it again with a tempting simulation game for animal lovers especially. Or maybe not, I guess animal lovers wouldn't want them in cages. Maybe animal admirers, maybe a better term. The original Planet Zoo was a huge success, and from someone who wishes I could get into this genre, it is so tempting. Bluey's Happy Snaps Activity Book Edition. This is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Wait a minute, wasn't this announced already? Yes, it was. But since then, they've announced a second edition of the physical. Alongside the standard release, there will be an activity book edition, which comes with a little booklet for kids to do things in, as well as a bonus minigame and costumes within the game. The Midnight Walk is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5 October the 19th. This is also compatible with PSVR 2, and it is a darkly adventure game, and it does look pretty awesome, to be fair. Very atmospheric with a strong art style. Reviews are good for it too, if you're looking for some cool horror game at Halloween time. 2 Point Hospital Full Health Collection is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5 November the 6th, which includes the base game and all the megaton of DLC it received over its life. So this really is the best way to pick up everything in one physically, a silly simulation game that is very well regarded. Alright, let's take a look at some recent import announcements. These are games that so far only have an Asian or Japanese physical release announced with English. But since there's always time, keep in mind a Western physical could be announced at any point really. And you can order these from Play Asia, and if you click my Play Asia link, you can get 5% off with my code Jordan2026. But you must click my link first, and if that doesn't work, go from my imports database, okay? It should work from there. Idol Immortal Deluxe Edition is a Leo full special, announced just recently and releasing quite soon. It's following on from Idol Devils with wobbly characters doing some auto battling in the background, which you turn your attention to once in a while. It is an idle game, it plays itself, and you're there to see the progression over the longer period and buff up your characters when needed. I will have a video for you about this in the middle of August and let you know my thoughts, but the physical is exclusive to Southeast Asia, it will play in English, and it's coming at the end of August. Changeable Guardian Estique is getting a physical release in Japan on Nintendo Switch. English is supported according to some Japanese retailers. This is a game that was developed for the NES and Famicom as a homebrew sort of thing, and now is being ported to modern consoles, and it looks pretty sweet. A horizontal scrolling shooter with 8-bit limitations in mind. It has a standard edition coming in November, the end of November, as well as a limited collector's edition which has a sticker, art book, instruction card set, and acrylic stand. Another Eden Begins. A quick mention to this, I talked about this in another video, but there's been an update about Another Eden Begins, one of my most hyped games coming to Switch and Switch 2. The Japanese release will have English coming in September, and it's been announced to be getting some kind of Western release next year. In what capacity, it's not truly known, but it's looking good. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What was your favorite in this episode? Let me know in the comments below, alongside your thumbs up. That really does help these videos. If you want to pre-order any of them, please do so via the links below, and I hope you all have a fantastic, wonderful day. Take care.